2! We all know Piggy 2's on its way. Like, seriously, Minitoon would be a fool to not give it to us. And Minitoon has confirmed it himself, saying in a recent Twitter reply, Piggy 2 is coming in 1. Could that be 1 hour? Is it gonna be here when this video's out? Could it be 1 day, 1 week, 1 year? I forgot the month, but probably 1 month. That's probably the most likely one. And we've also got the RB battles coming up. And if you remember, Minitoon's already got the badges up here waiting to be activated for when RB battles happens. And the new RB battles is coming in, I think, a month. I'm not too sure. Piggy would be at its peak if it released chapter 1 of Piggy 2 before RB battles happens. That'll get the most hype. So I think that's possibly what's going to occur. And it seems like Minitoon thinks so as well, because he is once again firing up the old emoji machine and blessing us with some brand new Piggy 2 emoji hints. I mean, I assume it's Piggy 2. I mean, it could be about him needing an ambulance to go to hospital for frostbite or something, but let's just assume it is. And he's also provided us with another massive big chunk of information in the replies to this. I'll get to that later, but first, the emojis. As you can see here, the 3 emojis are a siren, a water droplet, and a snowflake. In a recent video by Creecraft, he theorizes that this could be referring to Zizzy collapsing due to dehydration because of the snow, because yes, you can get dehydrated even in the snow. And then Pedro has to go somewhere to save her. Like the valiant knight he is, Godspeed, Pedro. And this links up with the Journey Continues video that Minitoon released on his channel. But you know, I don't think that's it. Let's have a look at what we normally associate the symbols with. Firstly, the siren, or the need to escape. Something bad is happening, and people need to be alerted about it. So obviously the first part of this hint seems to make it look like there's an emergency going on. And then we get to the water droplet. Now, obviously, water droplet associated with water, along with the emergency siren, would generally indicate there's an emergency around water. So that could be flooding. I guess that could be dehydration, heavy rains as well. And then we finally get to the snowflake. Now, this is interesting because generally, yeah, of course, it represents snow. But when combined with the other 3, an emergency with water and snow, I'd say that almost certainly points to an emergency or disaster like a blizzard. Since we'll take the water drop representing rain or something, heavy rain as an emergency, and then add snow to it. And then we also combine this with the Journey Continues video, and we get Pedro stuck in a major snowstorm. So here's what I think we have to expect in the first chapter of Piggy 2. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that they haven't made any real progress towards the search for the cure. There won't be that big of a time skip. They'll still be residing in the safe house at the start. But then an emergency hits. They learn, possibly through a radio, maybe someone else is out there who can talk to them, that a major blizzard is about to strike. A huge and very dangerous one. Which will force our fearless friends to choose one of 2 separate paths that they can go down, each one equally dangerous. So path number 1, they could go into hiding to try and wait out the snowstorm. This will likely lead to Pedro searching out like a snow bunker map or something like we see in the Journey Continues. And then all the characters would go in there and wait out the snowstorm. Now, the problem with that is it ain't Piggy without some infected. So I think they're gonna be trapped in the bunker for quite a while with some infected individuals down there. So that's obviously one dangerous option. But another and probably even more crazier option is that they're gonna have to escape the city entirely. If the winter were to cause massive snowstorms all the time, our main characters, George, Pedro, Zizzy, and ourselves, we're not gonna be able to do anything. We'll be stuck in a constant snow blizzard for months. No search for the cure, nothing. It'd be hard to survive. There would barely be any food. No. We need to escape that city entirely. Because remember, all of Piggy 1 took place in a local city. Like, let's say, I don't know, LA or something. Like, we started at the house, went to the station, gallery, and forest. They were all within like a quick car ride. And then after the forest, we go to the school and the hospital. And then we find the metro. And then we take the train over to the city. So we're still in a pretty small area. I'd say that is all in like one state, easily. And obviously, Minitoon would be running out of locations if that were the case. We can't just stay around the LA area forever. We need to go check out new maps. Like, I don't know, maybe the boat map, maybe the plane map. All of these requiring our characters to go on a big journey. So I think in the Journey Continues, Pedro was going to look for a hangar, perhaps an aircraft, to be able to get the heroes out of the city before the snowstorm gets worse. And you know, it also falls in line with IKEA's plane quotes that she's recently recently been tweeting. Like here, this is the captain speaking. We're going to experience a little bit of turbulence and then a lot of falling. Could this potentially be Piggy 2 Chapter 2? Where first chapter we get to the plane and take off. Second chapter, we're in the plane, got to escape Piggy, but then it crashes. And look, if you look out the window to the right, you can see the burning remains of the left wing. What happened there? Could there be a flying infected Piggy? That would be absolutely terrifying. But yeah, that's my theory about what the emojis are hinting at. But now we get on to the interesting piece of information Minitoon gave us. In reply to the emoji hint, Lil Demon here says, I suck at riddles, but I saw the trailer. So, it has something to do with a winter forest or something. That bell thingy stands for an ambulance thing, I think. I will try to figure it out. And Minitoon replies with, if you thought that was the trailer, then you know what? I'll keep the end of that sentence to myself. That wasn't the trailer! Then what was that? Was that a teaser? Will it not even relate to Piggy 2 when it comes out? Which would be very weird, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised. I guess The Journey Continues not being a trailer makes sense since it was literally just called The Journey Continues. It wasn't a trailer or anything. But what was Minitoon about to say there? If you thought that was the trailer, maybe then you'll be in for a surprise because the trailer's out now! I feel like that's the only way you can really complete that sentence. I'd laugh if it was, if you thought that was the trailer, then you'd be right. That'd be an evil prank, Minitoon. I'm onto you. But yeah, in the end, we do know that Minitoon has a huge amount of stuff coming. As he says in Fun Piggy Fact number 4, I'm still working on lots of new Piggy stuff. I'm excited to show you it soon. Of course, I can't tell you what it is yet because that will ruin the surprise. And in that tweet, he hints at the Wolfie skin, which we talked about in a different video. Or it could be RB battles, possibly future skins, future build mode updates, more merch, maybe a Piggy animation, maybe a freaking Piggy TV show. How sick would that be? But what did you think about all this, everybody? Be sure to let me know down below and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Goodbye! Oh yeah, be sure to like and subscribe.